I wanted to talk about a topic that has come up recently in the bariatric community. So I had gastric sleeve surgery in 2015. We're coming up on 2.5 years. And I follow a lot of people in the community that had surgery right around the same time as me. I'm noticing those who had surgery before I did or around the same time I did. There's a common theme with the struggle of regain, and me being 2.5 years out, I am very close to my lowest weight, which was 167. I weighed today at 174, so that's okay. I particularly do not consider that a true regain because there is a small buffer, I would say, of about 10 to 12 pounds that you can fluctuate in. I do feel that if you go well beyond that into gaining a larger amount of weight, that is more likely to be a true regain. And it's really concerning to me to see that some of the girls that had surgery around the same time that I did are now hovering around or just over 200 pounds again. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys about some of the things that I do in particular to help prevent and avoid any sort of massive regain. One of the biggest things that I see and read in the community as far as people who did regain a large amount of weight is this notion of out of sight, out of mind. I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding this. I do feel it is one of the things that has been instrumental in helping me maintain my weight loss, and that is the fact that every single morning after I go to the bathroom, right before I jump in the shower, I step on that scale. I do it with the mindset of this is where I'm at, so that I know, because I've noticed in the community when people open up about regain, they'll say, oh, I didn't weigh myself for months. And to me, that's concerning because clothes can fit you at many different weights. And yeah, your clothes might be a little tight, but you may not even realize you've gained 20 pounds unless you actually step on the scale and see for yourself. You know, our bodies can be very deceiving. Our mind plays tricks on us. One of my suggestions for you is get on the scale every single morning just to see where you're at. And you'll start to notice as you do this over time that you will pick up on changes in your body. For instance, if you haven't had a bowel movement in a while, you'll notice an increase in weight. I notice a lot of changes when I eat very high sodium foods, so I don't beat myself up when I do step on the scale and see that I'm up a little bit. Say, okay, you know, this is where I'm at. I can, you know, get these couple pounds off that I gained over the weekend. I can get them off in the next 5 days. No big deal as long as I stick to my routine. Again, controversial, but I do recommend it if you can have the proper mindset for it. Don't let it ruin your day. The next thing is drinking no calorie or low calorie fluids. That is a huge source of unnecessary calories and carbohydrates. If you can find what works best for you, stick to it. For instance, me, I used to love juice. I was a juice freak. I had to wean myself off of juice, and many people say you should just drink water. And while I wish I could say that I loved plain water, I just don't. And I have to flavor it with something. So I did some research and I found some different brands of water flavorings, and I've tried so many different ones, and I have my staples. I really enjoy the True Lemon products. I also really like the Welch's strawberry peach flavor water packs. I buy those on Amazon. Not a huge fan of the Mio or Crystal Light. I try to stay away from too much of that aspartame stuff. I find things that I can drink that taste good, and that way I can stick to my rule of low calorie or no calorie liquids. Another thing that I try to do to keep me on track as far as maintenance is making sure that I'm eating the protein on my plate first. And this is bariatric rule number 1, eating protein first. I know it sounds a little bit redundant, however, that is the way that I roll. By filling up on the protein, you don't have as much room for potatoes or the macaroni or whatever carbs you might have accidentally put on that plate. Another thing that I do that has really helped me in the past couple months is really listening to my sleeve and listening to when it tells me that I am full. I notice my stomach does this gurgly thing. That is my cue that I've had enough food and I need to just put it away. Listen to your body. Another trick is identifying my food triggers. And these are things that I have noticed are binge triggers for me. These are things that I cannot have in my house because I will binge. I will eat a whole bag of it, and it totally puts me off course. I keep a list in my phone. I'm gonna read them to you real quick just so you have an idea of what my trigger foods are. Cheez-Its, Reese's, any type of chips, ice cream sandwiches, cookies, cake, almond brittle, croissants, donuts, trail mix, gummy candy, juice, puff pastry, oh my God, extra crunchy peanut butter, chocolate bars and candies, peanut butter filled pretzels, buttered popcorn, breakfast cereal, and plantain chips. So these are things that I consciously choose to avoid to keep in my house. They will get eaten. If I bring them home, I will finish the bag the same day. It's just not conducive to my goals. I make a conscious effort to just move more. I try to go for a walk every day, even if it's 20-30 minutes, and I try to get, some movement in. Also, when I get home, I really enjoy just being up and about and cleaning and doing things, and it really helps me a lot. Another thing I really enjoy doing is taking Teddy for walks. That's also a big part of my routine. Even little things like doing push-ups against your kitchen counter is helpful. Anything air squats. Find something that you can do that gets you moving and do it regularly. I think that's about it, guys. If you have fallen off track and you're trying to get that regain off, go back to basics. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.